We noted that the focus and theme of Bereshit 4:7, as reflected in the commentary of Rashi, is one of repentance, accountability, and free choice. Before moving on to alternative translations for this pasuk, I should mention the nuanced reading that the Rebbe has to the phrase Lepetach Chataat Rovetz, which will come in response to one final question regarding Rashi's commentary to this pasuk. It was argued that of the two options that Rashi provides, one, that his offering was garua, and two, the offering was made from whatever Kayin had lying around, the first option was less problematic in that the difficulty with that option, namely why Kayin, while bringing a quality species, flax, if he was going to bring an offering, he should have selected the best rather than the poorest of his produce. To this the Rebbe suggested there was the third factor, the Yetzer Hara, that had enmeshed itself and controlled the actions of Kayin. And for this reason, on the one hand, Kayin brought a quality species, that of flax, but by the same token it was min hagarua, not of the best quality. To which one could ask that if we are dealing with the intrusion of the Yetzer Hara, why then did Kayin bring an offering at all? Surely if Kayin was being controlled by Yetzer Hara forces, those forces should have precluded Kayin from bringing any form of an offering to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And to this comes a nuanced reading of the statement Lepetach Chataat Rovetz. Although from the standpoint of Pshuto Shel Mikra, according to Rashi, the word Lepetach translates as an opening, an entrance, and that the subject of the phrase is Chataat, one's sins, that the Chataat Rovetz, the sin crouches, lies in wait at the entrance of the grave. In other words, upon death, one is then held accountable for one's sins that were committed while alive. The Rebbe suggests an additional reading of the phrase, one that is hinted at by the Kli Yakar, that joins the word Lepetach to the word Chatat. The word Lepetach can be linked to the Shoresh Pei Taf Chet. Pei Taf Chet has a number of translations that are interlinked. Normally it suggests the process of opening. It also has a connotation of beginning, and hence Lepetach Chatat could be read as that the intrusion of the Yetzer Hara was at its very early stages. Yetzer Hara is not a binary situation of on or off. The control process begins very subtly and with time increases in its intensity. At this stage, the intrusion of the Yetzer Hara was at its early stages, Lepetach Chatat, and could not control Kayin to the extent that he would refuse to present an offering to God, and therefore he brings an offering, the one that was min hagarua. With this reading, the subject is the Yetzer Hara. It is conflated into the verb rovetz, that the Yetzer Hara lepetach chatat, that the subject, the Yetzer Hara, is in its early stages of causing you to sin. And therefore, viata timshal bo, if you want, you have the ability to rule over it. It, referring to the Yetzer Hara. Kayin, of course, did not take God's advice, resulting with the death of Hevel.